Hello, Taurus. Going to begin by pulling the card that's, it's going to be all around your soul's expansion this week. Where is it that your soul's wanting to go? What's the work that it's doing? We think so much about like the body, what our body goals are, our money goals, relationship goals, but what about just our soul? It came to Earth School. It wanted to learn something here. We go through our cycles, and I love doing a card pull to give me clarification around maybe what that work is right now. So that's what I'm going to offer to you today. For Taurus, where's Taurus going with their soul? Death and rebirth, darkness to light. That makes sense right now. We're about to come into the year of the horse. It's our last week of shedding. Things have felt very dualistic right now. Really, really good, and then really, really challenging. Being able in our relationships to love this about somebody and then not really like this. This is a time for you to allow what wants to die. You need to let it go. That could be an old belief system. That could be a reaction that you've had your whole life, and you keep trying out that reaction, and it keeps getting you to the same place. This is a time for you to not be stubborn, but be strong. And that's something that Taurus often, when they're in their shadow, they're really stubborn. When they're in their light, they're very strong, they're very resilient. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and they're beautiful, and they're able to see beauty, and they're able to create beauty, and the beauty is grounded because they have all of that earth. But you have to be willing to allow yourself to change. You have to be willing to move towards the change. Remember that the earth might be still, but things grow all of the time. There's always new energies coming up through the earth. And it's to allow yourself to truly do that right now. Allow yourself to be propelled forward, and you get to alchemize, shift something that might have felt dark in your life, and you get to create the light, and you get to find the light in that. That's very important, and that's your power to do that, and only you can do that for yourself. So it's an opportunity for you to take something back. Whenever you transform darkness to light, you are creating power for yourself. You're turning on the lights for yourself. You're your own solar system, right? You don't need other energy. You are the wind. You are the sun. You're all of it. And this is what you get to do this week, if you choose to and if you want to. Okay, let's get a clarifying card for my Avalon deck for Taurus. Clarifying card, please, Spirit, from the Avalon deck. I love this deck. I think just because I'm obsessed with Ancient Avalon. Risk. You have to take the risk. Everything is a risk. Anything worth happening is risk. Love is a risk. To go into a relationship is a risk. To decide to have a child, huge risk. Taking a new job, risk. Moving, risk. Walking into a gym when you've never been in a gym. Taking a yoga class when you've never taken a yoga class. Telling yourself that you can do something that you've always thought was for other people. That's a risk, and you're worth it. You're worth the risk. So this is about you. This is about you loving yourself so deeply, so well, that you know that you're worth the risk. You can take a chance on you. You can take a chance on your dreams. You can take a chance on your truth. You can speak your truth. Maybe you need to take a risk in communicating. Whatever it is, you know what it is. They're telling you it is going to be a risk. But there are no mistakes. Life is a journey. Try it out. Just try it out. Do it. Go for it. Be empowered in it. Maybe there's a risk in forgiving yourself. Maybe it's a risk to let go of resentment. Because what are you going to do if you don't have that anymore and you can't feel that way about that person? Go deep with this, Taurus. You can be deep. They're asking you to go deep with this and to figure out where it is that you're wanting to alchemize something that's just not serving you anymore, to where you can have all of that energy that belongs to you, so you can be in a space of love. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That means you're about to expand big time if you choose. Jump in. Could the message be any clearer right now? Jump in. Do you see how beautiful that is, though? Whenever we think about jumping in, I feel like we often think about like a big dark hole and we don't know where we're going to go. And it's this Alice in Wonderland situation, but she jumped in and then she found this magical place. She found a magical world, a world of her own imagination. Adventure. Say yes to change, Taurus. It's okay. Just say yes to it. Let Source guide you. Let your own intuition guide you. Let your own light guide you. But be okay with saying yes to something that's different. When you say yes to change around yourself, you're allowing yourself to change and not to be put in a box. You're essentially freeing yourself from an idea. You hold the keys. You hold the keys this week. That's what I'm hearing. You hold all of the keys. From their water deck next. Water deck for Taurus, please. I embrace wisdom, joy, and prosperity. So this is the natural progression. This is what's going to happen for you. You're going to come, the card is actually fertility. It's goddess Dewi, I can't say this, I'm not even going to try. But it's a goddess of fertility. I love this card. Libra got this card today. And the thing is, a goddess is sovereign. That is goddess energy. Goddess energy is, here's Source, the masculine form of Source. Here's goddess, the feminine form of Source. Source penetrates the goddess with goodness. You have to take a chance. And then that goddess, that fertile goddess, gets to take all of that love energy that she took a risk, and she, through her essence, gets to create with that. She creates in the physical manifestation of what it is that she desires. And it's beautiful. And they're saying that if you will allow yourself to change, you're going to be abundant. You're going to yield fruit. And the abundance is going to be outside of you, but the abundance that we are really thinking about here and being intentional with is the abundance within. It's the fruits of the Spirit: joy, peace, goodness, self-control, patience. Because this fruit is everlasting, and that's the fruit that you deserve. You deserve everlasting fruit, so you're never hungry. When you're never hungry, you get to give yourself a chance because you're not holding on. You're not holding on because you're so afraid that you're not going to be safe if you let go and let yourself do what you need to do. Let's get a guide for Taurus. We have Horus. Cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. You are guided through this change. You're guided through it. You're guided through it from a cosmic level. A cosmic level means it's already been pre-orchestrated and preordained, and you have a host of angels, animal spirits, loved ones, the source of all, the great mother, the goddess. They are all backing you right now. And it says changes are occurring, so just go with the flow, because if you just hold on, you're going to hurt your body. You're going to be tense. Physical things are going to start manifesting because your body's trying to get your spirit to move, and you're not listening. So the body's saying, if you're not going to listen, we're going to have to get your attention this way. So just let yourself go. Trust, free fall. You're going to be okay. You always are. You're safe. You're safe within yourself. And this is how you practice that safety, is by letting go, by allowing yourself to change, by giving yourself the option of actually having what you want, and what you want is peace. And peace is going to come from within. Peace is self-generated. Peace is self-generated. And now a crystal to guide Taurus. Danburite. So interesting thing about Danburite is that I had a healer one time that told me to work with Danburite for my ears. That has to do with listening to our inner voice. Celestial, karma, and sweet disposition. You're going through a massive change that's pre-orchestrated from the celestial realms. Danburite can support that. And it's also a time of karma clearing. That's the shifting the darkness to the light. Remember that karma is negative and positive. And we have both. All of us have both. Let's just be okay with it. Let's not be stubborn about maybe the karma that we've created, and maybe we've had to go through some things to clear that. Instead, let's go in there and get our hands dirty and clear the shit, let's alchemize it. Let's turn it to gold. Let's become clear. Let's become clear, because then in that clearness, we get all this sweetness. Then we get this honey, and we get to be the flower and not the bee. We don't have to be chasing. We don't have to be stubborn, just rooted in one place. We get to bloom. We get to begin to create impact. We get to flow. We get to be one with all. And to be one with all is we have to move. Everything in this world shifts. When you look at the ocean, it's moving. When you look at a tree, the tree might be rooted in the earth, but it lets go and it regenerates. And every year it might grow the same type of fruit, but that fruit is very individual. Every year there's something new. Taurus, let yourself alchemize what you need to alchemize. Let yourself shift. Take a risk on yourself. Give yourself this opportunity to change. Know that you are so supported. The celestial realms have your back. And this is for your own becoming.